Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's ATrain in at the point. And for the Spurs, Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Wembanyama against Reid. Nice shot by Wembanyama.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Reid to screen on Paul. ATrain passes to Reid. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Falls for Reid. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs with some experienced additions, bringing in Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes. Their mentorship is likely just as valuable to this young roster as their contributions on the court. And with legendary head coach Greg Popovich, they're creating an environment for growth in San Antonio. They're really building things the right way, guys.
All right, Shams, appreciate the report. Edwards, a pass to ATrain. Randle, a screen on Paul. Here's ATrain. Sohan with a rebound. Randle with a steal. He gets it in there.
Yeah, nice play by Randle. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Paul for 3. San Antonio again can't hit.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's ATrain. Hauled in by Paul. The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Sohan. San Antonio again can't hit.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And ATrain gets it to go.
Great awareness from Ant to locate his teammate for the score.
Sohan outside. Here's Wembanyama. The kick out to Paul. Takes a 3. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Greg Popovich.
I asked him about Julius Randle and why he's so hard to stop. Coach said it's the ball handling, the spin moves, and the ability to finish against length. They want to try to force him right and take him out of his rhythm. Something many teams have tried, but few have accomplished. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Wembanyama, coming off a 31-point game. Paul can't get it to go.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
ATrain passes to Randle. Now here's Edwards. "18 feet out. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss. He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Randle outside. Pass to Edwards. To the middle. Here's Reid. The rebound by the Spurs. They defeated Utah in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Now here's Randall. Sohan covering. Randall, the pass to ATrain. Reed, a screen on Paul. The shot from 20 feet out. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. For San Antonio, they've gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. The shot by Sohan, no good.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
To stop the drought, and McDaniels with the layup.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Now here's Paul. He's closely guarded. Here's the pick. Sohan outside. 6 on the shot clock. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Randall. Here's ATrain. He's guarded by Paul. Wembanyama against Reed. Edwards for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Castle. McDaniels covering. Wembanyama against Reed. Here's the teardrop, and Wembanyama lays it up and in. Wembanyama's got his second basket on the night.
With how big and powerful Wembanyama is, showing how delicate he can be with that teardrop.
And ATrain gets it to go.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Good work defensively by Randall. Minnesota in the lead. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. San Antonio making a change here. Fox is checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. Over to the wing. Right side, Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. Baseline jumper right on the money. Paul's got 5 points.
An excellent mid-range shooter. Once Paul gets any kind of airspace, he's taking that shot.
Driving to the basket, ATrain passes to Randall. The kick out to Edwards. Randall outside. Here's ATrain. 6 to shoot. Low block shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Chris Paul. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
He hits the second from the line. Spurs trail by 3. Now here's Fox. The floater, and the layup is up and in.
You look at Fox now compared to when he entered the league, he is so much more physical.
Reed, a screen on Paul. Here's ATrain, and he goes in for the dunk.
filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Ball finds Wembanyama. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 6 points for him.
You know, it's hard to believe a guy over 7 feet is capable of moves like that. I mean, my goodness.
The kick out to Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on De'Aaron Fox. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Anthony Edwards, 2 shots.
And he drops it first.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to Castle. And here's Wembanyama. Shoots over Reed. No good off the glass. And Edwards, here we go. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5, looking shaky out there.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Reed a screen on Paul. Here's ATrain. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
And for an up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs team, Grant, what's the key for them in your mind?
I'd have to say, B.A., that it's patience. You know, young guys need time to develop their game and learn from experience. You can't expect people to become stars overnight.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this league.
We've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Castle in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's ATrain. 9 points in the game. Pass to Reed. Puts the move on. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Sohan. Here's Fox, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
When Fox drives, he knows he's going to get contact, but he stays locked in and gets the foul call.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
We look at the pace of this league, and Fox, look, he is built for it.
Devin Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. And that's good as he hits both shots. RJ, does playing at a faster pace work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. It's a three-point game. Fox with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. And it's Fox missing.
Well, his shooting is unfortunately not a big thing. And his lackluster accuracy is probably the thing that's keeping them behind.
Reed can't hit. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. Here's ATrain. Last game out, he had 44. To the paint. Oh, deflected. Now Fox. Pass to Castle. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Castle's got his first points in this one.
And for a guard, Castle loves to take his game in deep and challenge those bigger defenders.
Reed a screen on Fox. Driving in. ATrain. Vassell with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Yes, sir! Fox finishing.
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for San Antonio. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. San Antonio, 3rd, 5th best, Minnesota.
One look at last season's shot blocking numbers, and it's clear that these are two squads that love to play the physical game down in the paint. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Castle. Back to Paul. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. Here's ATrain. He's guarded by Paul. ATrain passes to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Here's Paul. He's got 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first half. Now here's Sohan. Check by Randall. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama. 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Now here's Paul. He had 9 points in his last time out.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Reed a screen on Paul. ATrain passes to Reed. Outside Edwards. Reed sets a screen. 5 to shoot. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
When Edwards knocks down threes, Ant is pretty much unstoppable.
Outside Paul. 44 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Wembanyama, screen on Randall. And Sohan gets it to go. Sohan's got his second bucket on the night.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Paul. 5 points in the game. 20 seconds left in the first half of this game. banked it in off the glass. Paul's got his third bucket of the night.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Here's ATrain. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. San Antonio on top. They lead by a bucket. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that, Ernie? I sense Shaq getting restless over there.
Hey, my mistake, big fella. Someone put crazy talk on the teleprompter. I was just, going along with it for giggles.
I'm not giggling, Ernie.
Come on, try it. Come on. I bet I can make you giggle.
I'm ticklish. I'm ticklish. I don't want to
Come on. Now let's take a look at this San Antonio Spurs game, which has been very competitive.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
If you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
Minnesota shooting about 43% in this one. Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's ATrain in at the point guard position. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Vassell. Here's Sohan. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Off the catch, Sohan is pretty reliable. He's a smart shooter, and he won't pass up those high percentage opportunities.
Reid, a screen on Paul. Outside Edwards. They set the pick. Oh, the finish inside by Edwards.
Wow, what a move from Edwards. He's fantastic at creating for himself.
Pass to Castle. Back to Paul. Here's Castle. Sohan outside. Wembanyama, screen on Randle. And here's Vassell. Launches it. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reid's got rebound number 8 now. Here's ATrain. He's guarded by Paul. Here's ATrain. He's got 15. Pass to Reid. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Paul. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Sinks that one from the post. Randall's got 6.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
Outside Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. San Antonio again can't hit.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Here's ATrain. He's guarded by Paul. Edwards, a pass to ATrain. Paul with a steal. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's ATrain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Number 12, taking 2 shots.
That free throw no good. And he sinks the second. Paul with it. 7 points in the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Wembanyama, high post. Working on Reed. Wembanyama, no good.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Paul passes to Vassell. Now here's Sohan to win the drought. They get it back. Goes back up. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. Minnesota leading by 3. Pass to Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Now Vassell. Here's Sohan. And once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's ATrain. And the layup falls. And now a 7-point Minnesota lead.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
San Antonio with the ball. And here's Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Back to Paul. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight.
The wily vet Paul able to score down low.
Reed sets a screen. Here's ATrain. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Outside Paul. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
Here's ATrain. Here's Randall. Hauled in by Paul. Spurs trail by 3. Sohan, right side. Pass to Castle. And here's Wembanyama. Checked by Randall. Wembanyama, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. The kick out to Edwards. For 3, Randall. Pure from 3-point range. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
Here's Wembanyama. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Wembanyama's got 19 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's ATrain. 18 points for him. Outside for Randall. There's the 3. Randall with another miss.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
For San Antonio, Johnson comes in for Wembanyama, and De'Aaron Fox. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Ball comes in for Vassell. A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Appreciate the report, Ali. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Chris Paul out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Castle in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And even after a year, the numbers that Wembanyama can put up are staggering.
Oh, terrifying what his stat line could look like in 5 years' time. His minutes and usage will only continue to grow. He could have multiple quadruple doubles in his future. And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
Clark is checked in for Minnesota.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
ATrain passes to Reed. Castle for three. It's rebounded by ATrain. ATrain's got 7 rebounds in the game. Reed sets a screen. ATrain passes to Randle. Now Edwards. He's guarded by Paul. Pass to ATrain. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Sohan, right side. Back to Paul. Clock at 6. Counted from distance.
You can't let Paul get room to shoot from downtown. That's a recipe for disaster.
Randle, a screen on Paul. Here he goes. ATrain. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Randle, a screen on Paul. ATrain passes to Randle. Rebound by San Antonio. Here's Castle, outside Paul to tie it up. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
The consistency of Paul's three-point shot is really something. He is a real troublemaker at the arc.
Randle, a screen on Paul. Outside Reed. Pass to ATrain. Reed sets a screen. Inside. Outside for Randle. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And ATrain gets it to go. ATrain's got 11 points here in the second half.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Fox finds Paul. The 11-footer. And off the front iron, and it goes.
There aren't a lot of guys in this league who shoot mid-range, but Paul, he's one of them.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Vassell, he's checked in for Fox. And the Timberwolves also making a change. McDaniels is checked in for Clark. Randle, a screen on Paul. Drives to the hoop. ATrain. Sohan with some nice D.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Ball passes to Sohan. Wembanyama, screen on Randall. Oh, who else? Wembanyama.
How do you stop Wemby in the pick and roll? I don't know.
Here's ATrain. He's guarded by Paul. Reed passes to McDaniels. To the inside. Stolen by Wembanyama. Count the basket and the foul. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And their block numbers also stand out to me. Challenging shots at the rim has been a big part of their defensive success. And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Wembanyama's shot is good. Wembanyama's got 28.
Everyone loves seeing Wemby put up serious points. His team, his coaches, definitely the fans. That's what they pay for.
Randall, a screen on Paul. And there's the drive. ATrain passes to Reed. Reed sets a screen. Stolen by Wembanyama. Paul into the lane. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Paul. Back to Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. Here's Castle, guarded by Edwards. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And that's the kind of pressure Castle can put on a defense.
He misses the free throw.
Shooting 2.
That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 5. Out of bounds, it'll be Spurs ball.
San Antonio ball.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Vassell outside. The 3 is up. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Reed, a screen on Paul. Here's ATrain. He takes it in. The kick out to Edwards. McDaniels passes to ATrain. Randall on the screen. The shot won't fall. Sohan with some nice D. Spurs lead by 5. Pass to Wembanyama. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. The Timberwolves have gone 7 for 11 so far in the 4th. Outside Edwards. And there's a pick. To the paint. Here's ATrain. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
That right there, a huge basket from Sohan, showing absolute fearlessness in the clutch.
ATrain passes to Randall. Shoots over Paul. Rebound by San Antonio. Sohan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Castle. Fires the 3. Minnesota with a rebound. 1:25 left in the final quarter. Here's ATrain. Reed sets a screen. Here's ATrain. Rebounded by Castle.
Now look, this won't go down as a block, but the D made him change his shot, and that was enough.
Wembanyama, pass to Paul. Sohan outside. 4 on the clock. Reed with the rebound. Randall, pass to ATrain. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Wembanyama finds Paul. Here's Sohan. Into the lane. Yes!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
Here's ATrain. Inside. Outside McDaniels. Off the mark there with a 3. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Chris Paul. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both. And it's a 7-point game. And Minnesota calls time here. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Paul with a steal. And so it's San Antonio with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. So long, everybody.